Let's be honest, this topic makes people uncomfortable. The moment you hear the words oral sex, most people either giggle, get embarrassed, or immediately shut down. And that right there is the problem. We live in a world where we're flooded with sexual images, endless conversations online about bodies, and even unrealistic expectations set by movies and porn, but when it comes to real intimacy, we don't talk. We stay quiet. We let myths and insecurities run the show. And silence is the one thing that keeps people disconnected, unsatisfied, and confused in their relationships. So I want to break that silence. I want to strip away the awkwardness and the shame and give you 7 truths about oral sex that most people don't know. And if you're willing to listen, not only will it change the way you think about sex, it will change the way you think about yourself, your body, and your relationships. Let's dive in. Number 1. It's more about trust than technique. Everyone obsesses over technique. Am I doing it right? Is it good enough? Do they like it? That's where the anxiety comes from. But here's what almost no one realizes. It's not about the move, it's about the mindset. Oral sex is an act of deep vulnerability. To allow someone that close, to let them touch or be touched in such an intimate way, it requires trust. That trust is more powerful than any technique. Because think about it. When you feel safe with someone, you relax. When you relax, you stop overthinking. And when you stop overthinking, you feel. You allow yourself to experience pleasure instead of performing. The real power isn't in how skilled you are, it's in how present you are. And presence comes from trust. That's why someone can be technically perfect, but still leave their partner feeling nothing, while someone else who just shows up with care, attention, and connection creates fireworks. Because it's never just the act, it's the energy behind it. Number 2. It's linked to communication skills. This one might shock you. Oral sex is a mirror of how you communicate. People who are comfortable talking about what they like, what they don't, what feels good, and what doesn't, are the ones who create powerful sexual experiences. Why? Because they're not trapped in silence. They're not worried about offending someone. They're not hiding behind awkwardness. Do you know how many people spend years with a partner and never once say out loud what they want? They pretend. They go along. They stay quiet. And that silence is a relationship killer, not just in the bedroom but outside it too. Because if you can't talk about sex, which is one of the most vulnerable areas of life, how are you going to talk about money? About stress? About dreams? Communication in intimacy bleeds into communication everywhere. Oral sex isn't just physical, it's practice for honesty, courage, and self-expression. Number 3. Stress relief is real. We all know exercise lowers stress. We know meditation works. But what most people don't realize is that intimacy, yes, including oral sex, has the power to reduce stress in your body. Why? Because it lowers cortisol, that stress hormone that keeps you anxious, and it boosts oxytocin, the hormone of connection and calm. That's why intimacy can feel like medicine. When life is heavy, when work is overwhelming, when you're carrying too much, intimacy has the power to reset your nervous system. It's not just about pleasure, it's about peace. And in a world where people are more stressed than ever, where anxiety is through the roof, intimacy is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Number 4. It challenges body confidence. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, insecurity. Most people carry shame about their bodies. Maybe it's about how they look, how they smell, or how they think they compare to some unrealistic standard. Oral sex puts all of that front and center. You can't hide. You can't pose. You can't filter yourself like an Instagram post. You are there, raw, exposed. And that's why this kind of intimacy has the power to transform body confidence. Because when someone accepts you, when they want you, when they make you feel desirable in the most vulnerable way possible, something shifts. It teaches you that you are enough. That your body, as it is worthy of desire and love. No mirror can do that for you. No social media validation can touch that. True intimacy heals insecurities in ways nothing else can. Number 5. Most people never say what they actually want. This one is huge. Do you know how many people fake it? How many people stay silent because they're too embarrassed to ask for what they really want? They'd rather let their partner guess than risk speaking up. But here's the truth. Your partner is not a mind reader. If you don't voice what you want, you will never get it. Think about it. If you're too afraid to say, "I like this," or, "Can you do that differently?" then you're cutting yourself off from the very thing you crave, real satisfaction. Speaking up is scary, yes, but it's also liberating. It creates trust. It builds confidence. And once you practice saying what you want in intimacy, it becomes easier to say what you want in every area of life. Because if you can own your voice in the most vulnerable moments, you can own it anywhere. Number 6. It's not about performance. Let's be honest. Porn has ruined this for a lot of people. It makes intimacy look like a performance, a show, something you have to be good at, look good doing, or pull off flawlessly. And that lie is killing real connection. Because it's not about how it looks, it's about how it feels. It's not about being impressive, it's about being present. When you stop performing, you stop worrying about judgment. And when you stop worrying about judgment, you unlock authenticity. Real intimacy is messy. It's imperfect. It's about two people being fully there for each other, not an audience. That's what makes it powerful. Number 7. It's never just about sex. Here's the biggest truth of all. Oral sex, like every form of intimacy, is never just about the act itself. It's about respect. It's about closeness. It's about vulnerability. It's about knowing someone in a way the rest of the world doesn't. When you strip away the jokes, the awkwardness, the shame, what you're left with is something deeply human. Intimacy isn't about dirtiness or embarrassment, it's about connection. And connection is what every single one of us is craving. So don't dismiss it. Don't laugh it off. Don't silence yourself. Talk about it. Learn about it. Embrace it. Because the truth is, the way you approach oral sex says less about the act itself and everything about how you show up in love, in communication, in confidence, and in connection.